What's up? Welcome back. My name is Amanda. I'm excited because today we're doing a taste test of everything that I have canned from this growing season. Now we're gonna get right into it, but really quick, just in case you haven't seen any of my videos before, this was my first year like truly gardening, not just having one small bed. And it was my first year canning anything at all, quick pickling and legit water bath canning. So I definitely learned a lot and was very thankful that I was able to preserve what I did. And this isn't all that I canned. I have everything else down in my pantry, but this is just one of everything. So let's go over what I'm gonna be trying. I have 2 different batches of canned jalapenos, and then I have spicy pickles, cowboy candy, fireballs, spicy dill relish, regular dill relish, marinara sauce, and that's it. Full disclosure, 2 of these I have tried already. I already have tried my first batch of jalapenos. I haven't tried the second batch yet though. And my cowboy candy, as you can see, has been being eaten in my house because it's very good. So I think we're gonna start off with the relishes. Now these are 2 different batches of relish, and the relish was probably one of the harder things to can, only because it was just very overwhelming of the different types. And I can already see a big difference between these 2 relishes because I did them in slightly different ways. Now this was my first batch of regular relish. As you can see, it's still pretty chunky, like compared to your grocery store relish. This relish I diced by hand and that was terrible. And I think that's why it came out so chunky. It might still be good. I have a feeling this one might be heavy on the vinegar. And this is my spicy relish. You can definitely see it's a little bit more pureed because I did use a food processor. So just off the bat, the 2 textures are extremely different. Oh. Ooh, that dill relish smells pretty vinegary. Maybe I shouldn't do that. This is like my least favorite part, is opening. Just by smell, this dill relish smells very pungent, very dilly, very vinegary. This spicy dill relish smells a lot better, honestly. I'm nervous, I don't know why. Okay. Wow, okay. That is very vinegary. And I'm not gonna lie, not very good. It's definitely dilly, but literally all I taste is vinegar. So that kind of sucks. That was my first batch, whatever. I'm gonna give this dill relish a 5 out of 10. That's kind of sad because I made it, but it's honestly not very good. Like if I went to a barbecue and they had that relish, I probably wouldn't eat it. Now texture on this one, definitely more of a soft relish. You know, a little bit more pureed, a little bit more juicy. I kind of like the texture of this one more already. And this one has onions and stuff in it, I think. Ooh, and you can see the pepper seeds. Oh. I'm really hoping this one's good because it does not smell overly vinegary like that one. That one was, honestly, I think I'm changing that dill to a 4 out of 10. It was not good. Okay. Ooh. That's really good. Yeah. This one's good. I do wish it was hotter. I thought I added enough Ring of Fires, but clearly not. I remember when I was making this one, I was like choking on the fumes, so I definitely thought it was gonna be hot enough, but no. I would prefer this to be spicier, but you can taste the spice. The flavor is really good. It's oniony too. I would give this one, I don't know, 7, 8 out of 10. Maybe a 7, and it would be 8 if it was hotter. No, maybe an 8 and a 9 if it was hotter. Yeah, we'll say 8. Let's stick with the pickles. My spicy pickles. I have given these spicy pickles out to a bunch of coworkers, a few, and I have gotten good reviews back. They like it. They say it's spicy, but you can also taste like flavor in them, which is good because I did use a bunch of seasonings. But I've heard that either it's not very spicy or that it's like, ooh, like that was hot. And I want them to be spicy. So I'm afraid that these aren't gonna be as spicy as I would like. These smell really good, and this was actually one recipe that I kind of made up. I mean, not really, I was still safe with canning, like the vinegar and water ratios and all that. But I did kind of do my own thing on the seasonings and stuff. I believe this batch of pickles was my first time using pickle crisp and my first time doing slices. My first batches, I did spheres and I found that they didn't really hold the best crunch. So I'm hoping these have a better crunch. We'll see. Because everybody wants a crunchy pickle, so. That's really good. I'm not gonna lie, and it's spicy. I love these pickles. I was most excited to can pickles because I'm sick of buying spicy grocery store pickles and them not having any spice. Honestly, these could be hotter, but they're the spiciest I've had compared to anything I've ever bought in a grocery store. So that's good. And I'm also sick of seeing spicy sweet pickles. I don't want that. I just want spicy. That's gross. And it has a really good flavor. I can taste spice, of course. I can taste the dill. I can taste the garlic. I would give these a... Do I want to give myself a 9? I feel like giving myself a 9 is like too much. I'd give myself an 8. A 9 if they were hotter. And I don't know what would make it a 10. Crunchy. Yeah, okay. These are crunchy, but they could be slightly crunchier. So I'll give these an 8. But now let's try like the best part almost, because I love pickle juice. And if you don't, then you suck. Yep. That's some good juice. Let's move on to, I don't know, what do I want? Cowboy candy? And yes, I do already know what this tastes like, but it's fine. This was one of the jars that had way more liquid than my other jars, but that's fine. And if you didn't watch my video, cowboy candy, they're usually made with jalapenos is like most common. I did a mix since I had so many peppers. I did jalapenos, habaneros, and serranos, and I kind of wish I didn't do serranos. So the serranos texture, I don't know if it's the way I cut it. Everything I sliced into like rings. The serranos I sliced like this, like spheres, because they were a lot skinnier, and I felt like if I did them into spheres, they would hold better like the rest of the peppers, and then I'd be able to tell the difference between those and jalapenos. But the texture of the serranos are sort of off, like a little bit more chewy, but these, I'm gonna give these a 10 out of 10. Even with the funky chewy texture of the serranos, cowboy candy is so good. I am not normally a fan of sweet and spicy, like sweet and spicy pickles. I already said gross, but these are so good because they're spicy, obviously, depending on the type of pepper you use. And the sweetness is so good. And we've been eating this on sandwiches. It's bomb. I think that's mostly what I've been eating them for, and then like a couple on the side to snack. But 10 out of 10. And oh my god, oh, I don't think these are opened. Shoo. These were in my fridge already, and I kind of assumed that they were already open. It's either that or they just resealed pretty tight. So like I said, this is my first batch. This is my second batch. They honestly might not even differ that much, but we'll see. So I put the same thing in both, carrots, onions, the peppers, and I believe I just did peppercorns for the spices. Yeah, I think I wanted to keep it relatively like plain, simple. I didn't do garlic or anything, I don't think. Oh, I did do garlic. There's garlic in there. First batch, I did spheres. Let's see. Those are already so good. Okay. And they're not overly vinegary. Now, I love pickled jalapenos, but for some reason, these are not the same texture. I don't know what like commercial canners do to their canned jalapenos to give it that texture. These are crunchier, which I don't mind. I like, but if you like that kind of like softish outside, maybe because they do them whole and I don't do these whole, so maybe that's the difference. Maybe I should try that. All right, this is the second one, and I cut these into rings, so weird. Immediately, these cut into the rings are softer. These are way crunchier, like way crunchier. These are definitely way more like your canned commercial ones that are soft. Okay, let's try a carrot from each one. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, that was from the second batch. Wow. So good. I can't even lie. Okay, now this is from the first batch, which was crunchier. Oh yeah. So definitely like you'd expect, crunchier for carrots as well. The first batch, and the first batch has way more of a carrot taste, if that makes sense. The carrots are just more like pungent on carroty. Okay, I think my second batch, I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. First batch, 9 out of 10. I like the texture and less crunchiness of these than I do these. That's the only reason. Next, we're gonna try the pickled cherry tomatoes. Fireballs is also what the recipe called it. Ugh. They look weird. So this is what a bigger one looks like. Kind of squishy. Those things are juicy and kind of sour. Ugh. Okay. I don't think I would just eat these as a snack on their own. They're very sour and super juicy. I almost want to like cut them in half to release some of the juice because it's a little much. I can taste the garlic and the celery a little bit. Definitely not spicy. I should have done more cayennes. The pickled cayennes are really good though. I mean, I know cayennes aren't very hot, so I should have put more in. I don't know why I only put 2 per jar. Yeah, I don't know. These are weird. I think these would be good like on a smorgasbord to have just because they're super strong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It's not terrible. Let me try a little one. And I stabbed my fork through it so I could kind of like squeeze out whatever juice was in there. Okay, that's better. If you release some of the juice, it's way better. It's not so like pungent. The texture, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't like. It's not crunchy. It's kind of soft. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Like I don't think I would make those again. Last thing we're trying is the marinara sauce. This I'm really excited for. I did already make some marinara sauce and I froze that. And I didn't roast any of my tomatoes or anything for this sauce because it was kind of hard to find a legit like safe canning recipe that included roasting the peppers. So it's not gonna have that like smoky taste I already know, but it's okay. I can always add to it when I actually use it. But it's good. It tastes like your basic marinara sauce. Nothing crazy. It kind of just tastes like those super simple jarred ones you buy at the store and then kind of add your own stuff to it when you're cooking. Like maybe more spices, more basil than what I added, but it's really good for what it is, like to just have on hand. And I wish I had more jars that I made. I'm gonna give the marinara sauce a 7 out of 10. So just to recap, marinara sauce, 7 out of 10. The first batch of pickled jalapenos, a 8 out of 10. Second batch, 10 out of 10. Fireballs, 5 out of 10. Hopefully they're better when they're cold. I don't know. My first batch of dill, I'm honestly gonna give it like a 0 out of 10. I changed my mind. I think it's really gross and I don't want to eat it. The spicy dill, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Spicy pickles, 9 out of 10. And cowboy candy, 10 out of 10. Overall, I'm really happy with what I canned. I'm excited to can even more of everything next year and really like perfect all my recipes. Subscribe if you haven't, and you can find me on Instagram and TikTok sometimes. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.